center, number 2 preseason Alabama. Playing Oglesby, Bart Lennox, and Vladimir Voyar-Todal will be our official shot clock. And Sears will have to try one from the logo. Can't get it to go. Not the shot that
right out of the gate. 2 threes for Alabama.
It goes 6'11", 240, and that's him on the way to the basket, and he gets the game's first bucket. Yeah, foul a moment ago, and Jared Harris, a surprise starter, the freshman from Silsbee, Texas, Link Academy there in Mobile. Reed, also a freshman, one of the highest rated history with new guys. That's a rare turnover by Mark Sears, and Haggerty will try to take it to the basket.
In the standings, but you got 6 guys back.
First point of the game, and now Memphis will have some full court pressure, catches Alabama by surprise, and a quick turnover, but Reed.
But Alabama hasn't been as free-flowing as we saw early against Wake.
Reed will try his first 3, and it will not. Reitzel. The only one of those, if this were an actual tonight for the Crimson Tide, would be available if this were a regular season game. There goes Amore. Can't get the dunk block. He can't get the 3 to go, but Reed pulls down the board. Now Sears, wide open look. You don't make that mistake.
Who can provide some points, but he's a guy who we saw
did not start tonight. Holloway picks up 2 quick fouls, and Stevenson is quick off the bench. Danger can't get right. Missed 2 out of 3. Came off the bench, and a complete pickpocket as Reed went to the basket. Hunter took it away and lays it off to Jordan. And now Philon does throw it away. Memphis gets another turnover, and Hunter trying to kick it down. Hunter throws it away into the backcourt, and great hustle. Will reset the Alabama offense. Crimson Tide up 5-4. Stevenson with another 3% from the field. Not to be outdone, Memphis was shooting 16% from the field. Bodies on the... Who has the ball now? He scored 24 in that game against North Carolina. Absolutely they do. There's Diabate working to the basket. Can't get the floater to go, and Memphis
on the boards.
That's how you end up with 10 boards per game at Rutgers, right? Sears, long distance 3 and
ready with 13:50 to go.
I know it's a preseason game. That would be alarming in a regular season game. That one, Reed thought about pulling the trigger on one, and instead dumps it off to Reed, and now a whistle. Massive block by Cisse, and he'll get it for the dunk. 2:29, the Ole Miss transfer with a block and then ran the floor, and there was another block.
But if he does get drafted, that's a sequence you will see over and over again.
There's Rogers from long distance, can't get it to go. Tonight, Holloway cuts to the basket, and he saw all those block shots, puts them off.
You typically say shooter's touch when it...
And that one was thrown like Jaden Daniels.
A little bit.
Holloway to the basket, and he's fouled.
You have so much depth, we continue to talk about that. But Holloway, build that confidence back up.
It was about a 2-week period in practice where the stats guys had him at a 72% clip. Loose ball. Philon seems like he's always around the loose ball, and he lays that one in for 2. LeBaron.
Wow.
And Nate Oates and Penny Hardaway having a nice conversation near midcourt in the middle of this game. There's Amore, and he... You can see why Alabama's coaches pursued him so heavily in the offseason.
Lighten this up a little bit.
13 personal fouls so far. Perhaps it was just as you get out on the road, these guys almost never go home once the season starts. Sears, nice move. Wow. Up 6 inches there on Jourdain, and knew that was a mismatch, but he turned it into one in his favor. Haggard. Now Sears bounces it to Reed. Nice move on the baseline by Darian, recruited player in Alabama basketball history. And plays. Jourdain won that battle that time, and a nice look up the court for Jourdain, and a reverse lay. Penny Hardaway not crazy about starting freshmen. And here is Harris getting a surprise start tonight.
Well, I tell you, that was, I think this is a pivotal year for Penny Hardaway.
Picked second in the American. That means you're an NCAA tournament contender.
For Alabama, like Clowney, stay in the draft. Luckily, he comes back to Alabama.
6'11", 210 is Stevens as he tried to drive to the basket. And now here is Haggerty again. The mid-range jumper, nothing but...
Is that a normal?
Yeah, they did that for the Alabama-Wake game. Sears gets it to Stevenson. And now Millett with a 3. And he drains it.
Alabama program a little bit as they sort of were filling him out in the transfer process.
Stevenson fouled as he goes.
This team is going to, they're going to be a tough out this year.
Emily Grace McWhorter was in Alabama.
Game it already is, and it makes even more.
Zion die doing, and that was shooting the three. Even 13 down, they got there by missing threes, and then
Stevenson can't get the lay-in to go. So Cisse misses two.
I don't know if you saw that. About 5 minutes ago, that was probably.
And any other guy can handle it. Reed has it taken away from him. And that leads to the Memphis lay-in. Off to Stevenson. Now Sears. Now back to Holloway. He was going to shoot the three. Bobbled the pass, but gets it off anyway. That defense, they've held Alabama to 42.
They can start finding some buckets.
That defense will go a long way if that's the case. Cisse couldn't.
But I do know they have amped it up on the defensive end with this press.
Absolutely. Rogers can't get the jumper to go. He follows his shot, though, and is able to. Here's Diabate. He'll pull the string on a three and drains it. They'll say he was on the line.
and that's when it finally clicked with his players, and that's what fueled the run to the Final Four.
Sears going to the basket last season. This is his first one of the night. That doesn't even move the net.
These guys are in right now early in the season. We've got 4 and change to go in the first half. No hands on hips yet.
No, this is a deep Alabama team. No good from Haggerty. And here's Millette to Reed. Reed fouled on the runaway's huddle in that last timeout. Here is Rogers. Long distance two will not go. Probably the right call there. It does not matter as Diabate gets the steal. And will dunk it home. Contested by Bama. Stevenson out to Aiden Holloway. No, the three will not fall for Holloway.
Colby Rogers is a guy, number 3 from Memphis, you want to watch. He's a transfer from Wichita State.
They've muddied this thing up a little bit, Memphis has. But Alabama.
A very slow start in this game for the Crimson Tide, and both free throws give and go, and that is an easy make. The dunk. Byline. The no look to Stevenson.
These guys you watch at home on your couch.
He has it knocked away.
Holloway had a nice look there.
There is the alley-oop, and Jourdain will lay it 9. A minute to go here in the first half in Huntsville. The runner by Phylon is good. He is always around the ball, it seems. He hands it off to Sears. Sears three is good.
They're about what we saw.
40.
Nate Oates loves that stat.
Absolutely, he does. Amore, a big reason why. And a whistle. Phylon. Danger on the perimeter defense, and Sears has it knocked away out of bounds.
State though team, LT. That's old Coach Wade.
Will
right?
Wade, yeah. McNeese State
knows how to find.
Sold out, they announced earlier this week, season tickets.
Phylon faked the lob.
You are going to score, and around the rim, you know, he has been a factor.
Well, I'll tell you, Reed can't find the three, and Jourdain will dump it off to Haggerty, who lays.
Left it for the big armed guy to grab it and throw it down.
Now Phylon, the three over Jordan, has got 10 tonight. That's his first made three-pointer, 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. Haggerty on the 4th highest rated recruit in Alabama basketball history, and off the inbound. My
points already for the Tide.
What a nice steal by Memphis. Here is Harris on his way to the basket, and he transfer out of Texas. Phylon dumps it off to Reed, and Reed will lay it in. And this is
position basket for Alabama there.
Reed, though, beat on defense. And now we've got some
trying one style early on, and maybe this is what makes the engine run a little bit better for his team. Consistent 20, 21, 22-point guy every night.
And now he pushes it up on the drive. Will take it all the way himself. Can't get it to go. A whistle.
Guys play 10 or more minutes in the Wake Forest game.
Well, and you think about it, you still have got major.
They are out injured again. Those guys, other than Youngblood, would play tonight if this were. Gets it to Sears, back to Millette, and now Phylon will size up a three and drains it. The other guard for the Crimson Tide right now. Out to Millette. His three is good. Cisse, bounce pass, and then absolutely clobbers LeBaron.
With personal fouls tonight, but the players are not supposed to know it. I'm starting to feel like
The hardwood.
And when we got here, I believed it. That free throw good.
And made the use of the court only available for Alabama.
Makes a little more sense in Canada than in Huntsville. The floater by Harris, that's that for Clifford Amore. There's another Alabama turnover. That frustrated Nate Oates in the first half, but doesn't get enough air for the dunk. Now Harris on the breakaway, and he will get plenty of air. Yeah, now 14 Alabama turnovers, Lance, and that had Nate Oates frustrated in the first half. 8 rebounds and 8 points. Millette fires up the three and drains it.
I mean,
You like his game.
Ooh, I've got nobody.
Is it Doug Christie?
Okay.
Former Sacramento King.
I'll take your word on that one.
Nasser Cunningham has checked in for Bama as well there on the guard, but right in his face.
And they on the baseline, he's trapped now, looking for help anywhere. Finally gets it out to now in the corner to Stevenson. 3 on the shot clock as Holloway tries to make the extra pass, and it will
Shoot the 3 in that situation.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting the pass.
He pointed in the air as if to say,
Continues to jump on the pump fakes, so look for that to be corrected here in the next few minutes.
nobody got a more refined game than Cisse, the other big guy. Holloway can't get the 3 to go, and Diabate gets tangled up. Now Sears had it for a moment. And now Hunter tries a 3. From Amore. He took one look and said, no thank you. He'll get it to Danger and can't get it to fall, but he'll shoot free throw. Pulls down the board. Reed takes it all the way and then gets caught in the air. Ball knocked out, not get a 3 to go. They've only made 1 all night, but it's still on the rebound. Reed couldn't put it away.
Through danger, and I think more so because of all the missed shots. But Haggerty is the guy they want the offense to go through.
Holloway against Reed. And he will dump it down to Danger. Danger, nice move.
When you get back Youngblood and Grant Nelson, I mean, how many men?
And Stevenson can't handle the pass from Phylon. Now Hunter, uncontested, will lay it in. Cannot do it. And Memphis can cut this to single digits. Danger! Wow. 16 points tonight for Memphis, but he can't get it to go. And Diabate for the Crimson Tide, and 14 of 29 for Memphis.
11-7 finish. They missed the tournament. And,
Right? And who did Nate Oates replace at Buffalo?
That'd be Bobby Hurley.
Bobby Hurley.
I don't know if
It does not work. The free throw is good by Diabate.
by the way, filmed in French Lick. You ever see it, Brown?
I have seen it. Second free throw by Diabate is.
Yeah, that raspy voice.
He did have the raspy voice. Here is Tyrese Hunter, the lob and the jam. LeBaron Phelan drives off the Diabate and Sears.
School.
39% from the field. They got to be better than that, but the alarming number, one of
Personals. But this is a kid that really can score.
Here is Holloway. He'll drive in among those big guys. Back out to Stevenson. That 3 is good.
He's got their 2 scorers out there, and Haggerty and Rogers.
Phylon gets the screen and drives it in with a right 10. So he's right on that number right now.
If you actually uncanny, the Haggerty kid, how he gets to the stripe. His 12th free throw.
Very acoustically sound, I'm told.
I know we got from when I was a youngster running around Birmingham.
Rat poison. He's familiar with that phrase from Nick Saban. Because this team's getting all the preseason love. You got a quote, I want to win one here, end quote. Now, when he took over at rebuild, and he got here and he's built this in his image, the way he wanted to build it.
Oates' commitment to Alabama, and he showed a great commitment to the Crimson Tide. Here's who will drive it. Dumps it off. Amore with a right-hand dunk. 12 at the 4-minute mark here in Huntsville. The drive. And
We're back in 73.
Sears gets the bucket to fall, but gets it off to Sears. That's generally a good idea, and that one pinned against the glass will count. It's going to be a good way from Amore, and all of a sudden Memphis can make this a single-digit game. Single-digit game.
We talked about it. Memphis can find offense with how aggressive they are and how physical AB's going to be. I would say this is the team they're going to have to.
Going to hand it off to Hunter. He will drive against Amore, loses it.
Defense. Good feet movement on that last, getting his body in front, forcing basketball. This building's known for its tight rims.
Well, we are about to see our.
Do we have anybody with 8?
We don't. Not
100 before you leave.
Well, they'd have to shoot another 100 because they ain't making them tonight.
Stevenson gets the first to go. Then from the stripe. The second free throw goes. 96-88. Out of the Crimson Tide, there's a lot to work on still.
Yeah, there's a lot to work on.